what's up guys? Welcome back. We're going to be working on the brake system today, specifically with the brake booster, the brake master cylinder, 4040 prop valve, new hardware and gaskets, and some brake lines. Just to give you a little breakdown, so the brake booster and the master cylinder are the original parts from the car. The 4040 prop valve, this was sourced from a 98 Integra RS. Same thing with these brake lines. These brake lines are leading from the prop valve to the master cylinder. I was lucky enough to find these. I do have the front brakes in here. This is the driver's side. Also sourced from an Integra RS. I'll leave the part numbers in the description. So the only part number that I wasn't able to get was the passenger side. So this one is actually from, I believe, a 99 EK. And honestly, I'm not even sure if it's gonna fit, but we're gonna try it out. So this is the only brake line that's not from a 98 RS. I'm gonna see if it works, or if you guys have any recommendations on a factory part, or if you're able to source and find a 98 RS passenger side front brake line. Let me know in the comments or DM me. I'd love to get one. But for now, this is gonna be what we're working with here. One thing I also wanted to show you guys, if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen these. I was able to pick up these in Long Beach. So these are 98 spec DC2R HID headlights with the black housing. So usually a tell-all is the lens. You can see around the low beam, the circle, and it's smooth. There's no lines running through it, along with the ballasts on the back. So these came with the factory ballasts. As a whole, they're in pretty good shape, but they do need some love. So this is probably the worst part that I have to work with. And this is the only tab that's broken. Everything else is in, all the tabs on each set is present. So it's a pretty good set. I am gonna sand and re-clear. This area here definitely needs some work, but I'm just glad to have sourced these. So these are getting pretty hard to find. Usually a fair market value for these are about 700 and above, but just glad to even have these. I can't wait to put these on the car, or at least clean them up and then put them on the car. I do have another set that I picked up also. So these, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what they usually call a titanium housing. So there's a significant difference between the actual chrome housing, which is usually on the non-Type R or SIRG trim in Japan. But this one here, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a slight tint to the chrome. And just on the research I've done online, it looks like these were either 2000 spec or 98 spec SIRG that came with black chrome housing. So I've probably only seen like one other set online, but nonetheless, it's these are pretty neat. I definitely like these a lot better than the all chrome, which is a little too much chrome for my liking. But these black chrome housing headlights are really nice. So I'm probably gonna refinish these. I want to see if I can find someone to kind of clean it up here, but this is the other set that I have. All right, so all I'm really gonna be doing is I'm just gonna take some degreaser and just break loose all the buildup or the dirt. So I'm just gonna hit it with some degreaser and agitate it with this brush here, and then scrub off the remaining. And then we'll just hit it with some brake clean just to be sure all the contaminants are gone before we install it on the brake booster. So we're just gonna All right, I think it's looking pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and just clean it all up with some brake clean, and we'll set this aside to dry. All right, so I've moved on to the brake booster. Honestly, it's in pretty good condition. So all I'm gonna do is remove the old seal for the master cylinder with the new one that I got. And you just take a pick and gently grab one end. Easier said than done. Come on. Duh. Seal 1, Sean 0. There we go. And then I'm just gonna clean the inside just a little bit. Get some of that dirt out. So I went ahead and installed the new seal where the master cylinder marries to the brake booster. And on the back, we've got this gasket. It's not in bad shape, but again, since I'm in here, might as well replace it. Maybe I'll hold on to that one just in case. So here's the new one. Dang. Imagine if I ripped that as I opened it. All right. Let me get in here real quick. Oh. I'm just gonna take this shock tower here, just so that I don't scuff anything while I'm trying to bring the brake booster inside the engine bay. So I'm just gonna use regular painter's tape. What I'm gonna do that I learned from my friend Bones that you saw in the other video. Well, hope you didn't see that, I spit. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take off some of the adhesive on my pant, just so that when I remove it, it doesn't break off any of the paint. Well, it shouldn't, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Oh. I think that'll be good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and install the brake booster. The factory orientation, the vacuum port is usually up top, and then it runs up over the brake booster. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna rotate it. That way, it's a little cleaner when we run the vacuum hose, and we'll have a little bit of a tucked look. Oh yeah. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and bolt up the brake booster using some brand new hardware. There's 4 nuts and new pedal rod, because I lost mine, and new cotter pin. So we're gonna go ahead and bolt these up. Watch me struggle. Oh. Oh, my flashlight. Oh, what a loser. Okay. All right, now that the brake booster is buttoned up, I'm gonna install the brake master cylinder. So we already have the new seal inside, so I'm just gonna mock this up and thread in the new hardware. I haven't bench bled the master cylinder, and the reason being is I'm not going to be installing all of the brake lines today. It's only going to be the ones leading from the master cylinder to the prop valve. And so Once all of the brake lines are in, I'll go ahead and completely bleed the system. Master cylinder's on. Let me just torque down these nuts real quick. Give it a little bit more love with the fingers. All right, I think that's gonna do it for today, guys. All we did was install the brake booster with new gasket, brake master cylinder with new seal, installed the 4040 prop valve with Integra RS lines. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you want to see progress on the car, and I'll see you guys next time.